Where is? Oh yeah, really.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to the Winter Pro Series, the Winter Sprint Series evening. This is the first race of 6. We're at Zandvoort, and tonight I'm joined once again by the inimitable SOP Curly Red 12, Bailey. How we doing, Bailey?
Very, very good. How are you?
Excellent. I'm not too bad. We are
Very excited.
Very excited, mate. Very excited.
Yes.
Yeah, you want to talk us through what's going on then, mate? Last season. Fill us in.
Yes, last season was an eye-opener, I think, for us at SOP because we didn't expect such great response from the drivers. We only had 2 divisions last season, Pro and Am, and they were back-to-back. 6 races, same as this season. Now we've got a Silver Championship. And just looking at the names in the Pro Championship, this is scaring me. Some of the names are so good. The drivers are fantastic, and they developed so much since we started. And I'm really excited, as you can tell,
Yeah,
for
definitely.
what's to come. The reigning champion, Ampio, fantastic driver, fantastic in the sprint series. He's known for winning races. And then we got AJ to the P, who was second in the Pro Championship. He's the runner-up, and he's racing in the Pro. And also STDRS Gerino, which was, I think we were discussing just before we streamed, was he just got that 3rd position, just grabbed the trophy in the final race.
1 point, I believe it was, in the final race.
Yes.
1 point. So to see he rode his luck. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to bring you some live action. That's our Discord name. Your commentators for this evening, myself, Double Raven, or John, and this is SOP Curly Red, also known as Bailey. And we are glad to say that we can finally bring you some on-track action. And I believe that qualifying has just ended, Bailey.
I think so, yes.
It genuinely has. So there we go. Never let it be said that technology does not have a sense of humour. So we can have a quick look though here. We've got AJ to the P who's qualified on pole. Where is AMPO? Can't see, and down in
low.
7th. Well, there we go,
Yes.
defending champion down in 7th. We've got Car Mentalist in 2nd with TSR Piola in 3rd. 4th we've got Baggy. 5th we've got Girino, who was 3rd last year. THKKR, another quick driver. He's in 6th. AMPO, as we mentioned, in 7th with Chromedix. In 8th, Matt Serve in 9th. Wilson Big Mike is in 10th with MVP Cornerback in 11th. Mr. Death Zone, nice driver. Lova Ferrari, he's in 12th with Militant in 13th. TKR Saturn's qualified in 14th with Ian TDI, Lord Megatron, Rainmeister, TGT Adam, That Guitar Dude and Raw Fodder making up the last 5 places, Bailey. So we've got a full grid tonight, and this should be an absolute cracker of a race looking at that lineup.
Yeah, absolutely cracking. And I just going through the list then, I think in 4th we've got Baggy, and that is a name you're going to want to keep an eye out for.
Okay. Bailey's hot tip. You heard it here first, kids.
The winner of the Coach Dave Academy Porsche Cup.
Okay, so he's got pedigree.
Yes, intense series, and he came out on top, and he's got a lot of praise for that. He a lot of chat in the Discord about his driving and how he's improved. And I think a lot of people very shocked, and I think he's been hiding something from us. So hopefully it can come out in this pro championship.
Well, we will definitely be keeping an extra special eye on that young man this evening. There we are. So we've got 4 minutes until the start of the race. We are, of course, racing at Zandvoort. It is 2.6 miles long, and it has some of the most unpronounceable names ever heard in motor racing. Genuinely, I think the designers might have just been having a giggle when they came up with them Harmsbocht and Kumho. What I can tell you is this circuit is an absolute roller coaster, and there is very, very, very few places to manipulate overtakes. In section 2, the Master Bocht, Bocht 9 and Bocht 10, and into Hans Ernst Bocht is actually one of the best places to overtake. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. As a Scotsman, I feel I can get that properly to do the Germans justice. So if there is any Germans watching, or Belgians, sorry, it's Germans, what am I saying?
Dutch.
Dutch, it's Dutch even. It's the excitement of the pro race, Bailey, I'm absolutely losing it. We are going to be racing over 6 tracks. It's a 6-week series, and we have Zandvoort this week, obviously, and we have one of my all-time favourites coming up halfway through, which is Suzuka. Absolutely cannot wait for round 4, but we're going to have to because we are having a winter break, peeps. Yes. So, hello, by the way, a little echo on your event. I'm actually hearing that myself in the back of Bailey. Bailey, do you have sound on behind you, perhaps?
No sound from me.
Okay. So my echo problem's back. I thought I'd fixed that. But there we go. We live and learn. I will. If I push that button. No, that makes it worse. So we'll get back. Sorry, John. We'll see what we can do about that sound during the race, mate. We'll definitely get that sorted. Hello, everybody in the chat, by the way. Say hello. Let us know how excited you are for the pros. It is a 6-race series, as we mentioned. Round 1 Zandvoort, then Misano, then Hungary for the Hungaroring, then Suzuka, then Kyalami, then of course the one, the only Catalonia and Barcelona. No Spa on the calendar. No. But that certainly is a great calendar, Bailey.
Yes. What did we have last year? I'm trying to think back. Hungary was a fantastic race. Zandvoort was a good race. We had the Nürburgring. We had Zandvoort, but we had to cancel Zandvoort because some issues with the servers that ACC has with that particular track. But I think generally the track caused a bit more of a race in terms of the drivers, because they got to adapt. It's every week. These drivers are going to be on the same track with the same people. Yep. These guys aren't going to change. They're going to be in the same cars as well. They can't change the cars, which is a cool feature I think we've got and kept. Because imagine if you could change your car for each track, it means that you've got to adapt your driving style, which is something we don't really see often with sim racing, especially on PS4. And I think Zandvoort is a definitely a tricky track to start with.
Yeah, it's a track. It's
Yeah.
certainly a track.
So
I
yeah,
would say as well, picking up on your point about changing the car, I think as well there's definitely cars that are more suited to other tracks. So I think if
exactly.
drivers had the choice, you would literally turn up at Monza, it would just be a whole lot of Lamborghinis, say, or
Yeah, exactly.
unfortunately, I'm a Ferrari driver. There is no other car as far as I'm concerned, and I'm massively disappointed again in the pros at their turnout for the Ferraris. It's just disappointing. But as somebody in the chat has eagle-eyed pointed out, 6 Bentleys and 6 Audis.
Yeah, that is a wow.
That is 6 Bentleys and 6 Audis. The Bentley to me is the safe option. I have to stick with that point of view because I have given lots of my friends stick for driving the Bentley, so I can't back down now just in case any of them are watching. So yeah, Bentley, safe option, we're calling that. The Audi can be a handful, but it can certainly be quick. It can certainly be quick as we watch the start of this warm-up lap. Did you manage to catch a glimpse of the track temperature by any chance, Bailey? Because I missed it.
I didn't, no.
No.
It kicked me out just before that.
Right, okay. Technology. So we'll watch part of this opening lap, and then thanks to the wonders of technology, we'll bring up a nice little graphic that shows the race calendar, and we'll get back on board for the race start. So, in fact, I'm safe to do that now, so let me just very quickly...
And I'll jump in.
Look at that smooth transition there, that's just beautiful. Bailey has been teaching me the ways of technology. That's right, kids, I can now do a 1000 millisecond transition. Hurrah! Which will obviously simply make everything that little bit better. So, what we're looking at just now, I'm looking at a blue screen. We'll hopefully get back in and we'll join the racing just in time. That's the winter series that we've got coming up. Like we say, 6 races. There is a winter break between the 14th of December and the 14th of January. There is plenty more action on as well, obviously, with the weekend endurance races over at SOP. So if you're in endurance racing, absolutely get onto Discord, get onto Twitter, give them a follow, give us a join. You could be the 1000th member. We are very close. Will you be number 1000? Jump in and find out. So we've got endurance races. You've got myself this evening and ably assisted by my good friend from Wales, Bailey. How is it looking in there, Bailey? I'm just loading back in.
Yes, so back to your track temperature question.
Yep.
22 degrees is the track temperature.
22. That's not bad.
Optimum. So it's
the track's running optimum and it's at 22.
Yeah.
That is a bit cool, but you won't have to worry about using your tyres, so
no.
They will definitely get through this race absolutely no problem whatsoever.
Yep.
Just quickly connecting to the servers.
Cool.
Fixed the echo. Wow, don't even know what I did. I haven't actually changed anything. There we go. Couldn't connect to the server. Please check your internet. Oh, there we go. So again, one of the problems that we do talk about with ACC is a magnificent racing sim, but the spectate mode and the connection to the servers unfortunately does raise issues, which we are just very quickly dealing. We'll have the racing with you in a few seconds. How are they looking, Bailey? They're still on
the start-finish straight. So I'll...
Yep, you talk us through the start, bud.
Is it going to be a bit of a radio commentary?
I think it's going to be a quick radio commentary for the first few seconds.
So here we go. Yep, we're away. Oh, and I'm just going to shout this out now. I think Baggy's got himself up to second already, challenging AJ to the P into the first corner. He hasn't got it done just yet. Car Mentalist is in second place. Baggy really, really hungry for that second place in the Porsche. Baggy and AJ to the P in the same team, Indigo Racing. So Car Mentalist is in second in the pack. Well, the pack sort of, because AJ to the P is running away with this a little bit. Let's jump to Ampio though. Ampio's falling back a bit in his Lamborghini, trying to fight.
Yeah, well, he's fighting against ERS Chronodex, a driver I do have some knowledge of, and I can tell you, he is absolutely solid. But very unlikely to see many mistakes from him. He is very quick and he knows how to defend, so that's going to be, Ampio has got his work cut out from him. Although it does look like DSR Piolo and STDRS, we're just going to call him Girino, they're having a little bit of a ding-dong. Oh yes, they are. So there's all kinds of midfield action as AJ to the P. He's not, is that AJ to the P comfortably heading out into the lead there, Bailey? Surely not.
Yes.
How does that happen?
But if you just look back, John, I think Baggy's looking to take second position in the early stages of this race.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah, let's just have a look back. There's been a few problems at the back. We've got Militant, who's he's got a bit of scrape on that car. The Audi's looking a bit damaged. I wonder if he's been in contact with EMTDI in the Porsche.
Well, perhaps. MVP cornerback is in the pits.
There we go then.
So there is a possibility that although in saying that, there is also the possibility he's simply getting his pit stop out the way because several drivers will like to do that.
Yeah.
I was about to do a quick run through the field, but there is a three-way menage a trois that I don't think we want to miss out on here. As Baggy in that Porsche has been hunted down by KKR Porsche, and Car Mentalist has got himself an entire set of stereo badges for the Porsche in his rear view mirror. Yeah, this is the pros. Welcome to the pros. We're barely a lap in, and the field.
Oh, Tom Mentless has gone wide. Tom Mentless has gone wide, and I think Baggy's got the position. He's in second, so it's an Indigo Line Racing 1-2.
Oh, there's a bit of contact there. I think that was a snap oversteer. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. That's a tight corner to get through.
Yeah, THKKR falling down the position. He's
yeah, he's falling massively down the position. So Car Mentalist lost out there. And STR Girino, he loves himself a podium. He's held that beautifully. His competitors run wide in the Bentley Piolo, but he's bringing it back on. They're going side by side into the last section, Bailey. And this course is genuinely a roller coaster. So they are telling it. Look at this. We've got 6 cars.
3 wide on the main
straight. The last bend. There we go. Look at this. Look at them all huddling together like a campfire in winter, huddling around that slipstream. And here we go. The first turn is a very, 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 very tight right-hander. It's a banked hairpin as they go round 2 wide. Here we go. Sorry, I'm supposed to be commentating here. I'm just absolutely marvelling at
enjoying it.
Driving. This is an he's touched the grass. That's going to cause him problems. And I tell you what, that Ferrari, sorry, not the Ferrari, the Lamborghini and Ampio has done really well to keep that out of the wall there. But then it is Ampio that's in. But in saying that, I mean, it is Ampio. He's in 8th. So our championship leader, no, he's up in 7th. Oh, he's on the grass a bit again there. Oh, and he's run wide, so he's had a problem coming through that fast bank section, and more problems off the track again. Ampio is not having the start to this season. This isn't the title defence he was hoping for, Bailey.
Not at all. And worst of all, the person that he beat in the championship is leading the race.
And then to say leading the race, he's already 2.4 seconds up on Baggy, who is comfortably in second place, the Car Mentalist in that Lexus. He is being hunted down fastidiously by DSR Polo, and I'll tell you what, Chromedix, I mentioned him, I'm going to declare him my one to watch. Your one to watch is already taken second, so there's no way I'm trumping you, Bailey, so you've won the commentators duel for this week, my friend. 1-0, congrats. As Chromedix comes flying in that bend with Girino in 6th, and THKKR very closely there in 2nd, and Big Wilson Mike, Big Mike, yeah, Big Wilson Mike, same guy. He is getting himself involved in his Bentley as well. And Mr.
behind
Death.
him. Yeah.
Sorry, so this is the group behind. So Mr. Death, so we saw him do a fantastic job in an endurance race. Oh, a bit of light flashing there as someone trying to distract. I hate people that flash their lights.
Oh, you love it.
Yeah, the old distraction tactic. But this has been an unbelievable start to this pro race. AJ to the P is doing what AJ to the P does.
Oh yeah.
And just giving his Joker reveal a nice little leg stretch up in front with his sidekick Harley Quinn here in 2nd place. So yeah, Team Indigo Racing will be absolutely delighted. Certainly at the opening 10 minutes they've had to the Pro Series. Car Mentalist is still fending off TSR Piolo in that Bentley, so he's doing well for himself there. But Chromodix, we're going to stay on, we'll run through the field of Bailey, but I'm thinking staying on a couple of these guys. They are absolutely well inside. It's Chromodix, Gerino, TH, KKR in 5th, 6th and 7th as we come to the end of lap 3. And these guys are absolutely tooth and nail.
Oh yeah, and I think
marvellous driving from them. We see Big Boss and Mike and all. Look in the background. Mr. Deathson's got some friends that have come to play.
Close, very close.
So everyone's a Ferrari fan. That's what's happening here. They're just following the Ferrari. Look at this beautiful thing of Moses. Mr. Deathson, he's hanging on in there. He's got Matt Serves.
Oh no!
Oh, I don't know what happened there, but he's taking the Bentley. Oh, he's taking the Bentley, unfortunately. That is not what we like to see, unfortunately. That was unfortunate. I'm not sure how much Mr. Deathson could actually do about that there. He was pinging off the wall slightly, but that's not much consolation to Matt, who now looks like an extra at the end of the James Bond film. The front of that car is...
Yeah, and I think the person who came worst out of that was Rainmeister in the yellow Bentley. Lord Megatron, who is in the other Bentley, actually dodged it quite well.
Yes, he did. He is Lord Megatron.
Yes, exactly.
So it's the digital optical vision that he has.
Yeah. Well, Rainmeister's got so much damage, he's actually fallen further down. He's been passed by Ian TDI now. But you know, I don't really know what happened. Don't really know what happened.
I'm going to be honest, at this point in time I would say it was likely a bit of lag, unfortunately, because we saw that Ferrari running absolutely beautifully and then just bin into the wall and bounce across. So at this point in time it's very difficult from the view we got, I think it's really difficult to pin blame on anyone in that situation. I'm sure we'll find out about it in Discord afterwards. So that is certainly. But AJ to the P. Oh, is he waiting on his teammate?
Well, hold on. I'm thinking. I've never ever thought I'd have to say this, but will there be team orders here?
Will there be team orders here?
Because if you think about it, AJ to the P, he's gonna win. If at this moment in time, it's 46 minutes left in the race. He is. Leading the race, that's a win.
Yeah.
You're not gonna let someone by. That's a win. You can get a 1-2.
You get a 1-2, certainly, yeah.
If they, I don't know.
Unless it's some kind of slipstream slingshot.
Yes.
Pit strategy.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, maybe I tell you what. Maybe we're just playing down Baggy's abilities here.Maybe Baggy has genuinely got the foot down in that Porsche.
Oh, I do think Baggy's not holding back, and I think AJ's doing exactly the same. I think they're both.
AJ might be trying to impress his new teammates, but
maybe
he's not that much of a nice guy, surely. If he is, then just kick him out of the league. Right, we're not having that. You're just too nice, AJ. Right, far too nice. That's so we'll not be having any of that. But that Porsche is definitely keeping him honest. I mean, the lap time seem to be suffering. And they're pulling away from Carmentalist.
Oh, massively.
They're absolutely pulling away. As we see someone coming out the pits. I think that's Matt Serves. So he was in there for a little while. Getting some damage fixed. He has just been overtaken by MVP Cornerback, who is the lead pitted car. But I don't think these guys are going to trouble too many in front of them when they do pit. Although Rainmeister is still in the pit, so I'm not sure if he is clarity coming back out. He might have got some serious damage here. He did pin the ball off that wall like an 8-ball in the corner pocket. It was a legendary hit. We'll jump back in the middle of the pack though. TSR Piolo, I saw he was getting some love in the chat. Hello everyone in the chat, by the way. Hope you're enjoying the evening. I'm Double Raven, or John, whichever you prefer. This is SOP Curly Red with me, and the man himself, Bailey, and we're commentating on the pro race. Say hi in the chat and we'll give you a quick hello as we jump through this middle pack battle between Piolo, TH, KKR and Wilson Big Mike. Obviously these three guys have benefited massively from that big coming together, Bailey.
Yeah. Wilson Big Mike. Yeah, you're right. Ampio though is in ninth position.
Ninth place.
Really Is he really struggling in that Lamborghini? It's
Maybe.
almost like that. Like the worst outcome for him. He's the reigning champion. He wants to defend that championship.
Oh, God, yeah.
This is not the way I saw it going. We know that people are fast in SOP, but this is not quite where I expected Ampio to be. I hope he can sort himself out a bit.
I mean, if it's going to make it'll certainly make for interesting racing. Come the second stint once these drivers have all pitted. THKKR then into the pits, as Baggy is definitely keeping AJ to the P on us, because they are now 9.9 seconds ahead of Car Mentalist. So they've pulled another 1.3 seconds ahead. So genuinely, this is some absolutely phenomenal driving from these two. We'll stay on board with them. We'll say a quick hello. Jacques Vermeulen, hello. John Roar, Dan VWB, Alfred Newman, giving a shout out to Megatron. Oh, Mr. Falcon, so you are. Yes, I keep forgetting. Everyone with their different name. TSR Wake, hello. Yuri Berger, hello. Oh, Jesus, please. I'll bet he does. Let's go Militant, 19th to 1st. So we've got a Militant fan. Who are you cheering on, people? Who do you think's driver of the day? I mean, it's a bit early for that, but I think AGP and Baggy are definitely. I think they're just fighting for fastest lap now.
Probably.
It's just their own personal little competition for
the slipstream brain.
Yeah, Car Mentalist then, 12 seconds back. He is now with Chromedix, still that 1.5 seconds off, with Girino again 1.5 seconds off, with a 1.1 second gap to Piolo. So these guys, again, they're keeping one another honest, and it'll certainly be interesting to see who pulls the trigger first and jumps into the pits, Bailey. Look at this group.
Yeah, who are we watching?
So we're watching Wilson Big Mike, but AMPO...
Oh, he's just on him.
Yeah. Oh, yes, he has. Yes, he has.
Wow. So he's making moves.
Yes, EMPO's up to 8. Oh, pit stops, of course, so they've jumped the place because of the pit stops. But he's back down to 9th again. And Lord Megatron is absolutely sticking his nose in. He fancies himself getting right up into the top 10. So he's going to hang on the back of there with TJT Adam. He's not too far off, although that Ferrari does look like it needs a little bit of TLC there on the front, Bailey.
Yeah,
our friend Adam, the Ferrari. TJT Adam, number 66.
Yeah. I don't know if there was a bit of contact at the start. We'll find out.
Yellow flag.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So Matt's had a bit of an issue. Sometimes the problem with this game, Bailey, you'll know yourself, if you go in and get some damage repaired, there's often something that they can't repair, and it just makes your car so much worse to handle. But as we pointed out, we do have a Charger Militant. He's made it up to 16th from 19th. We've got Rainmeister in 19th. We have lost the driver. Mr. Death Zone's in 18th. TKR Saturn is in 17th. The Militant in 16th. Matt Serves is in 15th. DHKKR is down in 14th, but he's pitted along with MVP Cornerback. So those 6 drivers have pitted. Ian TDI is in the pits now, with TJT Adam in a well-battered Ferrari looking like he should be in the pits. Lord Megatron, Ampio, that guitar dude is in there well, and chasing down Wilson with Big Mike, which is leaving this little half group ahead with TSR Piolo, Girino, Chromedix, and Car Mentalist is now being reeled in with Baggy and AJ to the P still putting in practice laps.
Yes.
It's quite simply practice laps.
So Ampio pits. Ampio.
You're going to have to apologise to the drivers, I've just figured out. But I don't understand why that's happening. Technology's wonderful. So I've just realised that the drivers have, anytime you've heard an echo at home, folks, the drivers have been listening to the commentary.
There we go.
So it's a good thing we're saying nice things about them. We'll be getting fun Christmas presents, I can imagine. So what is Baggy? I mean, come on, Baggy, you want to put in an overtake here, Is he just let? But I mean, for the two of them to be driving this close, the whole track is unbelievable.
And pulling away. And they're pulling away.
Oh yeah, they're pulling away. Yeah, so this isn't the case of team orders or 13.4 back.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's actually lost 3 tenths to Chromedix.
Oh, yeah,
So
you're right.
he's lost 3 tenths.
That's going down.
Girino's
And
still
Girino.
1.1, and Piolo's maybe near one. I think he might be better in sector 3 actually. I think he's slightly quicker in that Bentley in sector 3. Big Wilson Mike has dropped off a bit with that Ricardo and Lord Megatron, so they've got their own little three-way battle going here for a comfortable top 10 position with TJT Adam. He has got himself a fair bit of breathing space to MVP corner crack. Corner crack? It does actually say corner crack. Yes, I thought it said corner crack. But I think he might be in danger of getting overtaken in the pits. We've got a blue flag situation coming along. Start-finish straight with TJT Adam in that battered black Ferrari. As he comes round turn 1. And yeah, so MVP corner crack is just coming round into sector 3 now. So TJT Adam could well be safe. It's certainly going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very close between those two when they come out with the pits. And if we jump back on board the baggy again, Bailey, we'll see that it is still very, 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 very close. These two are absolutely inseparable.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's remarkable, really, to see this. Like just before then, I was saying, Car Mentalist. If this was any other battle, if these guys weren't teammates and they were swapping around, because that's probably what would happen in this situation. I think Car Mentalist would be rubbing his hands. He's thinking, "Hold on, these guys are holding each other up." They're not.
No.
Nothing's happening. They're just going faster.
Yeah, they really are.
And answer Wakey's question in the chat. Yes, they are teammates. These are teammates. They're racing for Indigo Line Racing, which is Baggy's racing team. And yeah, they are teammates.
Yeah, they definitely are, and they're absolutely rinsing the rest of the field, to use a Scottish colloquialism. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I think Baggy is staying put for the moment. I think we're going to see some fireworks at the end. I mean, at the moment, he can, consider how close he is.
Yeah.
He can easily use the slipstream on the start-finish straight.
Yeah, I think he's definitely lifting.
He's definitely lifting early. I mean, he's just showing off now. I'm sure they're still watching. They're now 2 tenths apart. I think they're just trying to see how close they can get. If they get to less than a tenth, just give them the trophies.
Yeah, well, exactly. I mean, can we even complain that this track is a non-overtaking track? Well, as we say that, I think Baggy's looking to make a move. These two have become a bit racy all of a sudden.
Yes, they have, yes.
So
He's well under the 2 tenths mark.
Wow,
I mean, you're right, there isn't many places to overtake, but the start finish and the section that just come through, that is some place to put a move.
Yes, multi-21.
Yes, multi-21 Seb, multi-21. So here we go. He's less than 2 tenths behind, which means he is so far in the slipstream. I'm surprised he's not passing out with the noxious gases coming out of Bentley's exhaust pipe. That is so close. And up again, another quick procession lap. So let's jump on board with Chromedix, who's still in the middle of the field in his Audi. He's got himself up a couple of places, and he is got himself onto the back of Car Mentalist. So I'm not sure if it's so much AJ and Baggy are pulling away as Car Mentalist is maybe, I don't know if he's having a problem because he's fallen way off the back of Baggy and AJ. We can agree that no problems. And Chromedix, who has kind of got, I mean, he's got a mirrors full of Girino and Piolo, and he's catching up with Car Mentalist. So I wonder if Car Mentalist is carrying some kind of problem, or he maybe just isn't a fan of this track.
Yeah, you're right, and that can really affect someone. If you're not comfortable with the track, like for example, I absolutely love Silverstone. I think the track's like the best thing in the world, and you're a big fan of Spa.
Oh yeah.
If you don't like a track, for example, I hate Laguna Seca, I don't perform well, and it's just not enjoyable as such. The racing may be enjoyable, but if you can't get in a rhythm, and I think that's very key in a sprint series or any series of the GT3 cars. If you don't get in that rhythm, you start to fall apart a little bit. And,
you definitely can, and agree with that. If you can't get into your rhythm, one small mistake becomes magnified in your head, and then the next time you get to a problem corner, you might take that right and then make a massive mistake at one of your banker corners just because you're so out of your rhythm. So it definitely can, and it could well be that he's got himself out of rhythm. Another good driver who I think we're going to have to say is out of rhythm is down in 13th in a Lamborghini. That's at car number 27, driven by AMPO, who is in fact the defending champion. And at the moment he's down in 13th. He has pitted. He will be looking to try and get himself up at least a couple of places when the rest of the pit stops play out, but he could be a tall ask for Mr. PO to even get himself into top 10 in this race, Bailey.
Yeah, and it's not a good thing to be seen, especially a defending champion or champion in the past. And yeah, you're right. Top 10 is. I don't think it sounds like a large ask, which doesn't sound right for me to be saying, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, exactly. It was like we did do a GT4 race together, Bailey, Bathurst, and AJ to the P was down in 3rd. And it was one of the most confusing pieces of commentary we've ever had to do. Yeah, AJ's there.
Exactly.
He's done what? He's made a mistake. Did AJ just make a mistake? And now just Mr. NPO. He's turned round and said, tell you what, AJ, hold my beer. And he's decided, so he's maybe just making it interesting. Maybe he just wants to run it close for the end of the season, although, yeah, a big ask to get into 10th. It's going to be a big ask to get a decent position in the championship. Only 6 races to gather points.
Yeah. And you did mention something about pit stops, and I did have a bit of a heart in the mouth sort of moment when I thought, oh my god, these guys are teammates. They're going to be in the same pit box, but no, it's not quite there. Not quite what happens.
Not quite that way, no.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet.
But it could force, if Baggy forces AJ to pit first, and if he thinks he's faster, he could get out in front of AJ after the pit stop. If he's that fast, if he thinks he's that fast.
Oh yeah, he could. And that was the black Ferrari of TJT Adam. Got himself a bit of a shape there. I think he tried to, yeah he did, he was trying to let someone through under a blue flag, touched the grass, and that is not a very forgiving turn. And so that's not going well, and he did make contact with someone there. He did make contact, is that guitar dude in the pits? Was it Chromedix he made contact with?
Yes, it was. The gold Audi.
Yes, the gold Audi of Chromedix. So.
And Jorginho's all over him now. That has spiced things up.
Well, yes, because it's given him a little bit of space to car mentally. So yes, you're right, it was. Sorry, well, we're on board with Chromedix watching this three-way battle that we're having. And yeah, so that's unfortunate there that Ferrari has had that incident. I mean, like you were saying, there's only a couple of places to overtake here. Blue flagging is, it's not something that is easily done, especially in that corner that he chose, unfortunately. But that's the problem. You can't really pick where you're going to get caught. It's not until a driver's on top of you that you realise you're that much quicker than you're in that corner.
Yeah.
Now, I've just seen Chromedix go to the pits. I wonder, did Mr. Death Zone hit the pit entry wall? Mr. Death Zone in the Ferrari, early doors, wiped out 2 Bentleys.
Yes.
The yellow Bentley that belongs to, not Wilson Big Mike, who have we got in the yellow Bentley? Well, it's not TKR Saturn as well, there's that many Bentleys.
It's gone.
Okay, so we've only got 5 Bentleys.
It was Rainmeister.
Rainmeister, yes, so there we go. So I think that's what's happened. Based on where that incident took place, I would probably put a couple of quid on Mr. Depson's clip the pit wall, because that was, as Chromedix is coming out the pit, so I wonder if he's carrying that. No, he's not, he is in and out. He did very little to his car there, got his windy wipers on, waving hello to everyone. So he is now our lead pitted driver, although he has a challenge on his hand from this Porsche. And is that THKKR? It is. Oof, so Chromedix has got himself out ahead of THKKR and MVP corner crack. So Corner Crack must be out of position somehow with KKR. So I think we're waiting on the timing to update.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we must be waiting on the timing to update. So
AJ Pitts.
AJ's coming to the pits.
Yeah. So
there
sorry.
we go. Stop go penalty for number 66.
TJT
Adam. That black Ferrari is certainly not bringing him any Black Friday luck, I'm afraid.
No.
No cyber deal weekends for that man's pit crew. That's a long shift they've got ahead of them. As Baggy in the Porsche, will we see the overcut?
Ooh.
AJ
well, that's what I'm calling. That's what I'm calling. Oh, he's moving. He's moving now. He's moving now.
That was a very long pit stop.
Is that
as
long?
far as I'm aware, the mandatory rules are you must put fuel in, but you can't put 1 litre in and just take off.
Just go.
Yeah. Unless that's why the two of them were so quick, because they're only half fueled at the start of the race.
Yeah, that's a shout. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, that is a possibility that they they fueled light at the start of the race to get themselves miles ahead. So Baggy is our on-track leader. He's 18 seconds ahead of Car Mentalist, who has Gerino now behind him because Chromodix is pitted. He's got TSR Piolo tucked in there with Lord Megatron. In fact, he is a little bit behind, 12.8 seconds, and he is now being hunted down by AJ to the P. So AJ, when these guys pit, he will absolutely overtake them again with Corner Crack. Yeah. We've got him in 7th. Chromodix is up into 8th, so he's held off THKKR. Well, I say held off.
We are at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
There is the halfway marker. And THKKR is absolutely doing his best to hunt down Chromodix. With AMPO, he has made it up to 10th. So there we go. We did think it was going to be a bit of a big ask. We did think the pit stops might help, but he has got himself into the top 10, Bailey.
Yeah, and a quick flashback for everyone and you for what happened last season at this track. Ampio won. Ampio was first, Mr. Deathstone was second, and Gerino was third. And a quick note to that, Ampio was in a Mercedes, so he has changed car. I thought he might have.
Right, okay.
But so he has changed car. Whether it's the Lamborghini he's not comfortable with, I'm not too sure. But is the Lamborghini a good car on here?
I don't think the Lamborghini is a good car around any place. To be perfectly honest, that thing is insane.
Yeah.
I do have a good friend, D-Strap, that drives it. More power to you, my good man. But yeah, it certainly takes a brave man that throws that thing around here. Like I say, this is a very undulating track. It's not the easiest to see, unfortunately, from this outer car view. But if we jump on, AJ's off. A mistake. He's off. He's off. We jumped on board just in time to see AJ having off. Well, I'm telling you this, Baggy is now in the lead.
Oh, Baggy's in all the pits, surely.
Yeah, Baggy now has all the time in the world.
Struggling with that car. What is going on with AJ's car now?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I don't know what actually happened. He just went straight on, didn't he? He caught the grass and lost the grip, because with these cars,
just as he was on, by the time you saw him, he had 3 wheels on the car. Oh, and there's another wiggle as well.
Do you know what? We jumped on, he clipped the grass, and what happened was the grass said, "Yeah, you're not having that grip," and
I'm keeping that.
And yeah, I'm keeping that exactly.
Oh, lucky chance for you. Oh,
he's going off a lot.
On the grass as well.
Is he trying to? He could be. I don't want to say it, but maybe he's driving a bit angry now. He's thinking, "Oh, yeah, that's exactly what we needed."
Always a possibility.
So he's gonna want to put the hammer down.
Another yellow flag, car number 23. So that's MVP Corner Crack. He's done well to get himself back up to 6th place.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a whole lot of time. Chromodix, THKKR, and AMPO all say thank you very, very, very much for the mistake by MVP Corner Crack. So that Lexus not doing what he wanted in that corner, and that's cost him 3 places, Bailey.
Yeah, 3 places at I think he would have wanted to keep, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I mean, I'd certainly say this is a course you simply try and survive and hope for as many points as you can.
yeah, 100%. And Ampio is actually now 7 tenths behind THKKR, and THKKR is 4 tenths behind Chromadic. So this is a battle to watch. Let's watch the
Oh,
Porsche
yes, it is.
and the Audi. I'll keep an eye on Baggy as well.
Yeah,
And if that-
listen, mate, keep
if
an
that
eye on Baggy, see
sign
when
comes
he when he
in,
pits.
I'll scream.
Yes. Yeah, so let's jump on board. So yeah, we've got Chromadic. So he was caught up in a bit of an incident. He's got himself back up to 6 and doing really, really well. But he is fending off a Porsche and a Lamborghini. So that is a whole lot of German and Italian engineering that is bearing down on the little man's orange and black Audi there. He's still got his window wipers on. I'm not sure if that's to help with streamlining. I'm sure on the Ferrari, the wing, yeah, see on the Porsche, look, it just stays stationary at the middle. So that's maybe an aerodynamics thing that Chromadic has figured out. We've got someone leaving the pits.
Yeah, that was a stop and go.
Stop go
clearance.
being cleared. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are, what are we, 35 minutes in? We've got Baggy. Baggy's in the pits. Just jumped on
Baggy
board.
is in the
Here
pits.
is Baggy, flashing his
Let's
lights
watch it. Let's
into
watch
the pits. So yeah. Now let's see what he does, because remember as well, AJ to the P was in the pits for a long time. You know what I mean? It might have only been 30 seconds, but that's a
He's
long
run
time.
the fuel right down on that car.
Yeah, he must have. So we reckon that could be. So how is that going to work out? Because he's made those mistakes now. So he's going to drop right back. So is he going to be able to catch Car Mentalist when Car Mentalist comes out the pits? And Baggy is still in the pits. So where is Car Mentalist?
Well, AJ's coming around the final corner nearly. Is it going to be tight?
I think it is. I think it is. So AJ's coming around the last bend now, you're right. And Baggy is
Got
still...
the slingshot. Here we go.
Ah, there comes Baggy. So Car
Here we
Mentalist
go.
has taken the lead on track as
Let's watch
Baggy
AJ.
enters. TSR Piolo is up to second. AJ to the P.
wow.
We're on board with AJ. He's coming tearing down.
Quiet again.
And I'll tell you what, Baggy's got him.
Honestly,
Baggy
if he
is
didn't make that
in the lead.
mistake, and that gap between those two now is with AJ's mistake, with that huge off. It was huge. He was
That
on the
was a
grass for a
huge
long
off.
time.
Yeah, he was.
It then went on to him having a bit of a moment again with the rear end, and then he went off a little bit more. So if you take all that away, subtract all of that, he would have got him. I'm sure into turn one. It would have been close.
Oh, it would have been very, very, very close. Very
so now,
close. So now Car Mentalist is in the lead with TSR Piolo. Both these guys have still to pick. And I would surmise that Baggy and AJ. Well, I'll tell you what, this is the acid test. They're both out the pits. AJ is 2.9 seconds behind Baggy. 2.7 seconds behind Baggy. So, was there a bit of team funnery going on earlier on?
I hope.
Yeah, the two of them just lapping.
Hope they are in a party, talking to each other.
Right.
To be honest with you.
So,
because if they're not, and one of them goes for the overtake, it could get messy in the that team meeting.
It's really good. You see Mr. Death Zone, and he is a lap down.
Yeah.
Baggy 2.76. Car Mentalist is our on-track leader with TSR Piolo in the pits. So we've got one driver left to pits, that is Car Mentalist in the Lexus. 20 minutes left in the race, so he's still got plenty of time to decide when to do that. He's got some clear track ahead of him, so absolutely make the most of that. Baggy and AJ to the P, I'm going to call it that they're both passed, comfortably passed. Ooh, that wasn't comfortable. AMPO got himself an absolute faceful there of TSR Piolo as Piolo came out the pits. So we'll just let this timing delta update to show exactly who got there, but Chromodix is now... Yes, so Piolo did get out ahead of Chromodix. Oh, never know, he's not.
No.
No, so Piolo's putting an overtake and Chromodix is taking it back. THKR has got ahead of Piolo as well, with EMPO now down in 8th. Bailey, I can't keep up.
No. Well, this is the nature of the sprint series, isn't it? It's quick and fast. Quick. When I say quick, I mean it's an hour race, 55 minutes. Doesn't sound short, does it? But
No.
It happens very quickly with all this action.
Yeah, it really does. And we've got Chromodix who's seen a lot of action. He has got himself a train of cars hunting him down now, with THKKR in a Porsche, TSR Piolo in his Bentley, and AMPO in the Lamborghini. So this is practically gumball rally material now. Just a lot of rich guys cruising about with their cars, making it look good.
Absolutely.
We've got NP Corner Crack, who is in 9th, had himself a bit of a mistake, lost 3 places, so he is going to be a bit gutted on himself there. We've got Wilson, Big Mike, who's rounding out the top 10, and Lord Megatron, who's got himself to 11th. He was up in, I believe he was up in about 5th, so I'm not sure if he's had a mistake. But he's now got Matt Stairs, who was involved in an incident and made a mistake. He's got himself back up to 12, so he's got to be happy with turning that around. Although he does have that guitar dude keeping him honest, and the guitar dude will keep him honest. So these 3 are going to have a battle for the next 18 minutes, that is for sure. Ian TBI in 14th, Militant is up to 15th, with DKR Saturn in 16th, Mr. Death Zone in that beautiful blue Ferrari in 17th. And TJT Adam in the black Ferrari, rounding up the last of our surviving drivers. It's been a cracking opening so far, Bailey.
It has. Yep. This is exactly what I expected to see in the pro. These are the best of the best who signed up. As we just watch, that TSR Piolo banging wheels, bashing paintwork with the Porsche of, who's that, THKKR, yes.
THKKR, yes.
And I think Ampio is looking at it now and thinking, hold on, you two keep on doing that, I'll nick both places, thank you very much.
Yeah, I think
that
he is.
Be
And
good
Chromodix will also be thinking, get me away from these. So
yes.
he'll be looking to create space while the two, so it's the two in
Absolutely.
the middle that are battling. This is, incredible stuff to watch. And we've got, I tell you what, that guitar dude, I think he might be eyeballing a move. He has got himself to less than well within a half a second of Matt here. So if he can get a good bend here, there we go, nice on the curve, foot down, oh brilliant. So he's got the foot down beautifully coming around that bend, and I think he's not going to want a mistake here. Getting the slipstream, there we go. I think we could see him throwing up the inside in turn 1 here, Bailey.
Yeah.
That guitar dude, Audi on Audi action. Oh, he's staying in behind. So he's going to bide his time for another lap. Well, THKR get the choice, because Piolo in that Bentley is absolutely climbing in there. AMPO is right under the rear wing. The TSR Piolo. So these 3, 4, they are having some fantastic fun on their track, Bailey.
Yes, and on top of that, someone in the comments, Oh Jesus Plays, was saying, he said, can I just say, Militant was 90 seconds, plus 90 seconds. Yes, and now, not only is he being pressurised by the Bentley, but he's gained all of that time back. He's only 4 seconds off ENTBI. So,
that is some
incredible
comeback.
Yeah.
Oh, and we do like his Jamaican style livery there.
Oh, very nice, yes.
Very nice indeed.
How
Yes,
long
that
does
gets
it
a
take?
thumbs up from the commentary team. Well, is that so Militant? And we call who? Give us a wee text in the chat. Say hello. Who do you think the best driver's been for today? I mean, it's very easy to pick out Baggy and AJ to the P. Where is AJ on track? Right, yeah, he is still.
He's fallen off massively. I was
He is
just watching.
massively falling off.
He was 2.5 consistently. He went to 3, went to 4, and I was thinking, hold on, what's going on here? And now he's 6 seconds behind. But back to pit stops. What is the pit stop time, Jim? About what?
For Zandvoort, very short. Oh, and I've just been kicked out.
No
No!
problem.
Bear with me 2 seconds, people. Let me just get something that is slightly more interesting than a blue screen. He says, frantically reaching for the joypad. Why is that? When it all goes wrong, Bailey, it likes to all go wrong at once. But there is a beautiful transition as I quickly press some buttons. Can you... Let's do some radio commentary, Bailey. How are we getting on track,
let's
buddy?
do it. So I'm just watching now THKKR and Piolo's battle. Ampio also very close, and I've been kicked, so we're not going to have any commentary.
We're not having any commentary whatsoever. What you do have is Double O Raven or John, whichever you prefer. We've got SOP Curly Red.
Hello.
Who is also known as Bailey. That was his given name. We'll call him that now and again. He's been a good boy. This is, of course, the SOP Winter Sprint Series Pro Division. Jump on Discord, say hello. Jump on the website, say hello. Subscribe, hit like, hit subscribe. Jump on Twitter, give us a hi. If you're a sim racer, show us a picture of your racing rig.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we'll love to see. Get your rigs out, lads. And lasses. Obviously, there's, many a female sim racer that would absolutely put me in my place on track. I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever.
Yes.
Let's just frantically. So what you're looking at the moment, as Bailey and I frantically charge through menus to bring you the race again. What you're looking at is the calendar for our winter sprint series here at SOP. It's 6 weeks long. There is a winter break, I know, but we need to take some time off, at least once a year, just to recharge the batteries, to bring you all the greatness.
Save the voice box.
So, goodness me. That's all the Werther's. That's the problem, Bailey. I'm on a lot of Werther's originals now. And the jokes don't half fly between my friends. Because I'm not exactly the springest of chickens, as they like to remind me wholeheartedly. But I am back in, and we are transitioning. So here we go. Track temperature 10 degrees, really?
What? That would explain...
I think we may have discovered the issue, Bailey.
Yes, that would explain...
Oh no, track temperature 26. Okay, it's still at 26.
Were you reading the red box that I'm reading?
I was reading the red box that you were reading. Oh, we've just missed. So, Car Mentalist has just come out of the pits and joined back in, which has put Baggy in the lead 7 seconds ahead of AJ, who is a whole load of time, 19 seconds ahead of Turinho, who's got himself up to third.
Good, which is where he finished last.
He finished third last year. Yeah, you're right. So he will be very happy at that. And I'll tell you what, Car Mentalist has plummeted down the places there. So these guys have absolutely...
Oh, Ampio's in fifth. Holy moly.
Yeah,
okay.
Just getting there. That is an incredible drive.
Let's get that fourth, I think.
Got himself ahead. Like, he was waiting till we weren't watching.
Yes,
he was just trying to make a fool of us, really. Absolutely 100%. Just made a fool of us. So he has got himself ahead of Chromedix, THKR, and Car Mentalist, a massive loser there in the pits. 7th places, MVP corner crack. He will be ruining the mistakes that he made. He could well have been fighting for that 8th place, as he is currently scrapping for 10th with Big Wilson Mike, who has just made that move stick round the Der Hocht 10. I promise I won't use any more track corners against it. Just absolutely no chance of doing them justice. So I'm just going to tap out on that one, I think. But yeah, Big Wilson Mike and MVP corner crack. Big Wilson Mike will be looking to pull away here. I don't think he's going to catch Car Mentalist in 10 minutes. But there is battles all over the field still, Bailey. That guitar dude is chasing down Matt Cher for Lord Megatron, lurking as only Lord Megatron can, just waiting to strike Militant, who I think is fan favourite driver of the day today. I think we're loving him. He's got himself back up there, got himself clawed back in time. TKR Saturn's in 15th, he and TDI is in 16th, and Mr. Deathzone and TJT Adam, the Ferrari brothers, all the way at the back. So Mr. Deathzone Finished, you were saying, Bailey, did well at this track last season, finished second. And now finds himself second last in the field at 18, so...
In the Ferrari as well.
In the Ferrari as well, yeah.
So a car that he's used to.
Yep, something's not quite right for him. As we see Baggy, he is comfortably in the lead now.
Oh yeah.
He is definitely looking very, very pretty there in the lead. With AJ to the P in second and Gerino is a fair little chunk back in third. He's got himself a nice little gap to Piolo, who has got himself no breathing space at all. He's got AMPO, he's got Chromodix, he's got THKR, all hunting him down, and here comes Car Mentalist. So
joining in on the...
So this group of four are about to invite a fifth. Now I'm not sure under social distances, they'll all have to wear a mask at this point in time. Now, I think because they're outdoor and there's no alcohol involved, it should be fine.
Right,
it should be fine. So as the four of these guys come powering into turn one, we'll jump on board with AMPO. In fact, we'll jump on board with Chromodix because he is in the middle of this little pack, and he was my little driver to watch. Obviously, Bailey's absolutely smashed it out of the park.
Oh yeah.
With his pre-race recommendation, keep an eye on Baggy, he said. So I think the team orders would perhaps came from you, Bailey. Is there anything you'd like to divulge to the group? Conscience there. Private Discord messages. They're in a party, so are you.
Yeah, at the start you saw. Did we watch the start?
You watched the start. I was jumping through menus.
Well, yeah, the start. Baggy had a almighty start. I think from fourth, and I said, didn't I? You said just then. I said Baggy was the one to watch.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see much battle with him. He was straight up the second and gaining a bit more on AJ to the P. But yeah, you're right. It'd be interesting to see Baggy come from the back and fight through at some point, maybe in the season.
Well, it could well happen, certainly with the tracks that we've got up. We've got, Suzuka turn one. I don't want to tempt fate.
Good.
But Suzuka turn one, there is a lot of scope for position manoeuvre.
Yeah. Hold on, Ampio's in fourth. Ampio's got fourth. He's done it. Ampio's got fourth.
Ampio's got himself to fourth.
Wow.
So someone else, how did that happen? And Car Mentalist has passed TSR Piolo, so Piolo...
Something's gone wrong.
Piolo's...
Yeah.
Well, exactly like you were saying earlier, Bailey, you make one little mistake and then that suddenly magnifies, you drive angry, and that is an absolute fall from grace from Piolo, who was having, let's not beat about the bush, he was having a fantastic race. He was
his wheel's dragging, his wheel's stuck. It's stuck.
It's a
his
puncture.
Front left. His front right. Sorry, it's dragging. It's not moving. It's not turning.
Oh, does he have a... Oh, I see what you mean. It's
locked.
It just keeps locking. Has he got a puncture, or is that just brake failure?
Is that a puncture? I'm not too sure. It's not rotating. It's curved in, I think. Has he hit the wall that hard? Well, I've never seen anything like this before.
I've never seen anything. I've never seen that much dart.
He can't turn. I think, why didn't he pit? He should have just dived into the pit. No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. He would have caused more damage. You're right. Yeah.
He couldn't turn in.
Oh, he spun.
What a breathe in there as the race leader, Baggy.
Yeah.
Oh, and AJ, I hope they're in a party. Baggy will have warmed up. That is really seriously unfortunate for TSR Polo, and with that much traffic that close, it's just that is very, 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 very unfortunate. That was a marvellous drive that young lad was putting in. I say young lad, I'm assuming he's a young lad. I'm old, so I assume everyone's young. But yeah, he was going great guns there. I know that he had a couple of fans in the chat. So TSR Wally, yes, he got a flat tyre.
Ah, sugar.
He did. You have been informed it was a flat tyre.
That's incredible.
So I have seen punctures before. I've seen a lad discover he got a puncture front left tyre 3 races on the trot at Catalunya. 2 minutes to go, so it's definitely...
What's that down to then?
Wear, tear and hitting the curbs too hard and too often.
Well, I'm surprised I never had a pub to them.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, I'm amazed I've never had one. I think I should have got a brake duct so massively open.
Open, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
just to make sure.
just watching THKKR absolutely send it down the inside of Chromedix, which made him go wide and...
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Car Mentalist is going to jump in on this one first as well.
Definitely going to jump in on it.
Yeah, he fancies himself a piece of Chromedix here as AMPO. I'll tell you what, if he gets on the podium now, Bailey, I might have to give him my commentating career
4 minutes
before the
to go.
season started. This is ridiculous. He's got 4 minutes. Well, listen, in this race, look at what he's done so far.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And pretty much, yeah, he's just made an absolute mockery of you and I.
Well, look at the battle. STR, who's Jorginho battling? Are these all back markers? He can't get past, or...
Yeah, they're all back markers.
I see, he's
Those
the...
wild blue flags being waved, yeah. So, the real battle, I mean, that guitar dude and Lord Megatron. So, Lord Megatron's got himself ahead of that guitar dude.
Perfect.
Militant's up to 13th. I don't think he's quite going to be able to catch him. He's got a couple of drivers. He's got TKR Saturn in behind him. Mr. Deathroad's a fair bit off the pace with Ian TGI and TJT Adam making up the rest of our back markers. But Car Mentalist has made a mistake.
Car Mentalist, sorry, yes, you're
yes,
right.
He's made a mistake. He's gone off. Now all this is doing is giving MPO the space he needs to get away from these guys. They're playing right into his hand, and this is what a group of, this is fantastic racing here. And I don't know why he's just waving the blue flags. These guys are fighting for position. So I think they might just be coming up on someone else. So wow, if these four come up on a back marker, which I think 21, no they're not.
No.
That's the MPO that's in the lead of that group, so that's fine. Yeah. So these four guys are absolutely battling out. The podium at the moment is looking pretty comfortable with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left of the race, so about 2 laps to go. Baggy's now got a 15-second lead over his Indigo Racing teammate, who is currently battling his way through a... see, this is a problem that some drivers have. So these two guys are battling for position, and the guy in second place has just been blue flagged through.
Oh, right, okay.
And this is not... So yeah, if I'm right, this is that guitar dude and Lord Megatron. No, it's not. It's the Jamaican livery. Who had the Jamaican livery? Militant.
That's Militant, yeah.
That is Militant, yeah. So Militant and Saturn, yeah, they were having a little battle there. And AJ to the P's just got himself right in the middle of that. There's the blue flags waving frantically.
How long have we got left? I've been kicked out.
You've been kicked out. We've got 1 minute 58 left. And apparently there's going to be rain in 15 minutes. So so we're going to just miss the rain, which is...
Rain for the podium.
That would be awesome.
Yes.
So there we go. AMPO is still in fourth with THKR keeping them very, very honest there with ERS Chromedix. He was my shout pre-stream, and I still think he's done well with Car Mentalist and behind him. So we are on the final lap, or the leader is anyway. There's still definitely scope for places to change in this last lap, because these drivers will have to do 2 more laps. The leader is obviously on the last lap, but these that are on the lap down will get to finish on the lead lap. So they will get to do another lap, so there is still all to play for as these guys battle out for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Wilson Mike is looking pretty comfy in 8th now. Matt Serves has dropped off his back. Corner crack from Lord Megatron and that guitar dude. So Lord Megatron has got himself a bit of space up front, but he's got no space behind. That guitar dude absolutely all over him in that Ferrari. TKR Saturns in 13th. Militant, I think he's dropped the place. I think that might have been to do with the blue flag situation, but he will certainly be looking to get another move done on TKR Saturn as Death Zone, Ian TDI and TJT Adam round out our 17 drivers that are still on the track. Should we jump on board with Baggy to watch him win the race? Although he has had a fair bit of camera time. The precision driving between those two was pretty impressive.
Yeah, and just reading the chat because I can't do anything else. Jesus Plays says Militant let AJ pass. I did see this actually. Militant let AJ pass, and who is it? THKKR is it? Or TKR Saturn
And here we
The
go.
leader has finished the race.
Baggy
Got me.
38 comes across the line with his lights flashing in his Indigo Team Racing colours.
Fantastic.
Wrapped around that maniac of a Porsche in the number 38 car, and he wins our opening race here at Zandvoort with his teammate AJ to the P giving us a little light show. Will we see some successful donuts from one of the quickest men on the planet? Still
And that's
can't
a
do a
1-2.
donut.
That's a 1-2, by the way.
That is a 1-2.
A 1-2 in the first.
Yeah, first
Pro
race. Could
sprint
that
race.
be a sign of things to come? It's
Oh.
I'll tell you what, another sign of things to come. Girino finished third in the
Yes,
championship
third.
last season by a point. Oh, and an absolute. Wow, that was a course. Someone absolutely piled into the wall in the background there. I'm not sure who that was.
THKR?
I did think it was THKKR, but he still seemed to be. Oh, and there's some fun and games from the lads. Excellent. We do love a last lap wipeout.
Oh, God.
So Chromedix ended up in 6th there, so Car Mentalist got a move done on him. We were too busy watching the leaders. And Car Mentalist has got the move done with Chromedix in 7th. Big Wilson Mike is going to take 8th with Matt Serves, who had a couple of incidents. Got himself back in the top 10. Corner Crack in 10th. Lord Megatron. Still got that guitar dude harassing him right to the finish line. And there we go, some flashing lights from the chaps, and that is the finish of the race. So TJT Adam in 17th, Ian TDI in 15th, Mr. Death Zone, Militant, TKR Saturn, that guitar dude, and Lord Megatron, the drivers outside the top 10. The top 10 though, Corner Crack, Matt Sears, Wilson Big Mike, ERS, Chromedix in 7th with Car Mentalist in 6th, THKKR in 5th, AMPO in 4th, so he did really well, STDRS Girino in 3rd, AJ to the P in 2nd, and Baggy in 1st, and I have literally just been kicked out the stream, or kicked out the game, so we are still
Show
seeing
us
it.
some pretty graphics.
Yes, so let's have a look at some pretty graphics. Let's have a look. So coming up.
Get the poster up, not the calendar.
Oh, what poster? Is it a poster? Did you
thumbnail?
forget to say? The one with you and me and you.
The one we started the stream with, huh? Did I not send that? I don't know.
Nope.
Anyway, where are we next week?
Next week we are at Misano.
Oh, that's a tricky track, you know, because we had a bit of a controversy there last season with the amount of rain there was on track. Some drivers saying they weren't gonna come out the pits. There was that much rain.
Wow.
It was actually the game had actually stated it was flooded. Some cars were struggling more than others. Some were not even attempting to set lap times. It caused quite a lot of chaos with the drivers, and definitely looking forward to a dry race, possibly. That track.
Let's pray it's wet,
Definitely,
Haley. Come on, let's make it more interesting. It's better for me and you. We're sitting here comfortably. Let's not worry
That's
about
true.
what the
That is
drivers
true.
go
That
through.
is true.
They've signed up. They're here to entertain. Let's get it done. There's trophies to be won. Let's make them work for it.
Absolutely, and there we go. TSR Wakey's happy about Misano. Oh, he's saying he underfueled last.
Okay.
It was a bit of chaos at Misano, I must say. I'll have to
Excellent.
watch that back, and I can give you some facts next week.
Perfect. Well, we are looking forward to that same time, same
Yes.
place. Hit like, hit subscribe, get onto Discord, jump onto the website, sopmotorsports.com. I have indeed been Double O Raven. This is my more than able sidekick. You've been promoted to sidekick, Bailey.
Thank
Bailey,
you.
thanks once again for this week, mate.
Thank
It's
you
been a
very
pleasure.
much.
And we will
Yes.
see you all next week.
Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe as always.